Oh man, what's going on, gang? What's going on? Yo, shout to YMW Melly. For some reason, I literally just got that Puerto Rican song. I think that was the name of it, right? White chick for white cool butter pecan, thick chick Puerto Rican, spend it out to Paraguay or Cancun for the weekend. I wish I could juvie, so you gotta bring about 3 friends. Don't flex, don't pretend, you know we spend a bit. No. $50 went to my account, and it out of why in the wood of family? Yo, I'm not even gonna hold you. YNW Melly, he might have taken the whole industry over had he just. Oh man, he was. His music was creative. Yeah, he was talking a lot of that stick talk. You know what I mean? But man, he makes stick, you know. Listen, man. Listen. I'm gonna give you my full disclaimer right now. You're gonna call me the biggest hypocrite in the world. That is fine. Certain people make that gun talk, that stick talk. As Future would say, you know, ain't done that stick talk. Yo, some people make that stick talk sound like cotton candy, boy. God damn. YNW Melly, man. Like Blue Balenciagas, that Blue Balenciagas track. He made it sound. Oh man, he did it different, bro. He was. That Blue Balenciagas song is crazy. Come on, man. Anybody who wasn't a fan of Melly's really like that on the come up, the YNW movement, I get it. Y'all probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Blue Balenciagas. Yo, that song is crazy. Come on, man. Red blood on my Blue Balenciagas. I understand it's not a positive song. It had a lot of guns and presidential mask and things of that. I get all of that, but I just feel YNW Melly was on a different vibe. You know what I'm saying? Man, as quick as they come, man. Quick as they come, because he is just not. Nobody is really talking about that brother no more. Then he did Murder on My Mind, and then My Mind on Murder, which was the first one, and then Murder on My Mind, whichever way that goes, man. My mind on murder and murder on my mind. However, my mind on murder, then murder. Whichever record came out first, man. That Murder on My Mind record is. This is sad, man. That record is hot though, boy. That record is fire. Murder on my mind. Whoa, I got murder on my mind. Man, listen, I just feel he was destined for some special things, and yeah, I don't know how. I don't know if every artist has that special sauce like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel he really had it. A lot of artists, I feel like they try, but I think it was so effortless for YMW Melly. It was just so effortless. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really into artists who really can just get lost in the music. And it's just effortless for them because they've been doing their music for so damn long. They really been doing music for so long that it's like you can feel it. And if they haven't been doing music that long, they've been so dedicated to the craft for whatever particular time they've been doing it, that it's like, yo, like, they just get on the track and they just blend right into the track. You know what I mean? They just blend right into the track. And I love that, because I even try to do that on my record. You know what I'm saying? I try to always be in a pocket. I'm trying to, even when I'm being aggressive with the lyrics, I try to be aggressive I try to keep in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? I'm not all over the place. I'm not switching up the flows a bunch of different times. If I switch the flow, that's the flow I'm gonna ride for a little bit at least. Like I'm all about that. So I feel that artists that have that, man, that's special, because as Michael Jackson used to say, it's all about the melody, man. It's all about the melody. When you know how to really get into a pocket with a melody, like, that's a special thing. You know what I mean? Like, and no matter what you do, you start playing with your voice and doing all these crazy things. You doing all that within the intricacies of a beat. You breaking the beat down into particular subdivisions, and no matter what you do, it's all on beat. You are like rare breed. You are special. That was why I love Juice too, man. Shout to Juice WRLD. Like, R.I.P. to Juice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love the Juice music because I felt when I first started hearing his music, it was all about being in, like, riding a wave and riding a melody, like getting in a melodic pocket and just lean with it, rock with me, get high with me if you pop with me, smoke with me, drink with me, fucked up liver with some bad kidneys, told her if I die, I'ma die young, never to your love and last. You know what I mean? Like, he can get, I really enjoy artists who know how to find those pockets and get into that groove and know how to play. Like, they don't just, the groove don't become stagnant. Once they find a way to ride the beat, they playing all around, like playing with words, playing with where the silences drop, all that, but they never lose lock and step with the track once they got it. You know, another young brother that's really on that wave now too, Polo G got it, and I really like his music too. I like artists who not necessarily are all singing all the time, but find that pocket and they deliver. That's why I'm a big fan of that Cowboy record, his first record, that Envy Me record. I need him to give me a follow-up to that that's as equal of magnitude. But that was, now you lay me down to sleep, pray to love my soul to keep, if I should die before I wake. Man, great record. I'm with the gang, I'm with the mob, what you thinking? Them days, when you drinking. If you with the squad, I give you my heart, think I mean it, yeah. I be dealing with some demons, in the field with some demons, yeah. You give her back while you tweaking. Yo, like, I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan. Like, I really love that. I'm a big Rod Wave fan for that similar thing, man. Like, he can get on a track and man, this won't be the first time. In the team in the night, this won't be the first time. This won't be the first time. Bro, I need that. You know what I'm saying? I need that. And that's when I knew J. Cole wasn't going nowhere. Because when I heard Girl of My Dreams, I felt like that was the record Jay and them was waiting for. This is the girl of my dreams. Oh no, I'm lying. When I heard Lights Please off the warm-up mixtape. Turn out the lights, for now everything will be alright. How you make the darkness seem so bright. Praying everything's gonna be alright. Lights please. I just love that thing. I just want to see you. When you figure out how to do that, man, you become a different type of artist. I feel that's why Billie Eilish had meteoric success, because every one of her songs is like a sing-along. And I feel like when you have these simple melodies, it invites people to sing along, and it invites people to become a more active participant in your music. It invites people to join you, to come along that journey with you, to ride through this 2, 3, 4 minute adventure with you. You know how to do that. You're very special. And that's why I dig some of Lil Baby's records too. I know you try Phantm, you ain't supposed to be listening to that. So what are you talking about, man? It's all music. I listen to everything. I listen to everything. I even listen to some people that's a little less melodic, but to me, they still melodic because they being on beat. Like, I love Benny the Butcher. I love Conway. Let me squeeze. Boop, boop, boop. Let me squeeze. I think that was a brilliant track. Brilliant. I think Benny the Butcher's new project is brilliant as well, and I'll have a more in-depth review of Benny's whole project on Sunday. Brilliant work. Brilliant work. And I'm in love with melodies. I'm in love with melodies. Not just stagnant melodies. I love when people find their pocket and they just start going crazy on the track. You know? Like, I'm a big fan of that. I can do that. I do it, and I can be all over the place, and then sometimes I gotta rein it in. Like, I love that. I love being able to just find my pocket in the track and then just be like, yo, I done found the pocket. Now it's time to have fun. Because once you done found the pocket, it's over. I be like singing, like really trying to sing. Like, I did a remix to Murder on My Mind. Shout to YNW Melly, coming full circle, called Ganja on My Mind. And I started it off really with some very serious wordplay. But in between it, I started getting real silly. I said, Star Walker OG, I feel like I'm Yoda. Skywalker OG, I feel like I'm Yoda. Singing my words backwards in slow motion. Mumbo jumbo, Tierra whack flowing. Feeling my vibes either way, so I'm glowing. I'm hella fried. I'm fresh baked. Fresh from the growing, I got a fresh plate. I'm hella fried, I'm fresh baked. Fresh from the growing, I got a fresh baked. Fresh plate. Out of this world, yeah, I smoke that Topanga. Going. Now my mind gone. Like, I really, man, like, I could really sit here and just have a whole conversation about how I love lyricism, but I don't like isosceles, Hippocrates, I'm in a monopolies, I'm a phenomenon, I am a phenomenon. I don't like words just for the sake of putting big words together. Nah, you gotta be rotted, you gotta be melodic as fuck, number one. Number two, you gotta be really, I don't care if what you're saying, what the subject matter you're talking about is quote unquote bad or good. Is it believable that you're saying it? Does it make sense coming from you? And I'm saying, like, do I feel the performance? Am I really sold on what you're trying to sell me? Does it all make sense? I heard she told me put my heart in the bag and nobody gets hurt. Now I'm running from a love. I'm not fast, just making it worse. First of all, R.I.P. the Juice. That shit makes me want to tear the fuck up. Number one, because he was just, I had literally just been up for days and days watching Juice perform at Coachella, watching him do a bunch of the summer festivals. So I was really starting to, I had already been rocking with Juice heavy from the mixtapes. But now it was seeing him grow into this bigger artist. And he had just put out these big amazing joints, Hear Me Calling, and you know, that whole album. And you know, he had the amazing show where it was almost an adventure that you were taking with him. The game, you know, and if anybody who's seen the Hear Me Calling music video, is much set up like a video game where he's, you know, playing and chasing after his love of his life, and it's crazy. It's tragic what happened with Juice, man. It's very tragic. Like that's a light that this world needs. Melly, you know, not for nothing. Melly, I hate to say it, man. Melly's kind of a needed artist as well. And that's not to say he was rapping about the most positive things, but I felt the joy when he rapped. You felt the energy off his music. You felt that energy coming off his music. A lot of people putting out music. A lot of people put out art, period. Films, photography, videography. People put out clothing. People put out, you know, animation. People put out graphics. And you don't feel. People write poetry. People do sonnets. People, you know, do spoken word. You don't feel the energy coming off the page. You don't get like a stir in your soul. You don't feel like that extra when some people talk, when some people do anything. You don't really get that certain something, that specialness, that spark, that love. You don't really get that with certain people, but you get it with YNW Melly. You without question get it with YNW Melly. YNW Melly was super dope. And yeah, man, I hope that whole situation gets worked out. No, we don't need more artists talking about craziness right now. That's a whole fact. But I need more artists that make me feel good. I need more artists that give me a good vibe and can make me, forget about my day. I need more artists that can wipe away the pain and give me something positive to think about and make me feel good, make me dance, make me groove, make me just bob my head, make me just can take me on the adventure with them, and whose words are so captivating and so visual. They speak literally in pictures. Like, I'm a big believer in speaking in pictures. I feel like I speak in pictures, and my words give you amazing visuals. Like, I'm painting cinematic stories. Marvel Universe get jealous when I talk. You know what I mean? The Marvel Universe get jealous when I speak. But yeah, I really feel like certain people can really create this entire narrative as they write, as they talk, as they speak, as they flow, as they draw, as they paint, as they sculpt, as they sew, as they press, as they knead, as they do anything. Even chefs, there's some extremely artistic, creative chefs that can, with sauces and spices and flavors and seasonings, can transport you, literally make you feel like you're in another part of the world, just with the assortment of foods that they put on the plate and serve to you. They can use your palate, your taste buds to take you to a different world. How you're smelling the food, what you're seeing, how you're smelling, what you're tasting, all of that, how the food feels, the textures, the level of heat, the level of spice, the intensity, the flavor, the aroma, how chewy the food is, how, I guess I said that with the texture already. Just like, how flavorful each bite is, and does each bite give you the entire dish, or is it compartmentalized? Is the dish the way the meal is broken down? Is it compartmentalized into particular areas, like, here, eat this, then this, then this, or is it you get it all together? Like, the best people at their job in whatever field can transport you to their vision. You will be walking in the midst of their vision. You will walk in the midst of their vision. Sometimes, literally, you will walk in the midst of someone's vision. And that vision started with their thoughts. Someone who can take their thoughts, their words, their vision, and create this whole landscape, this whole new world that you get to live in with them briefly, but for a moment of time. Those are true titans of industry, whatever industry they're in. Whether they design games, they write novels, they write films, they direct films, they produce music videos, whatever they do. They're a chef, caterer, whatever they do. They're a hip hop artist, they're a gospel singer, whatever they do. If they can transport you for a moment to a place where you can forget about every single thing going wrong in your life, they are worth the price of admission. They worth their weight in gold. And it's very good when you have those type of people in your life. Yeah, it's a very good thing when you have those type of people in your life. This is his ghetto point of view, bringing you the news, views, previews, and reviews. Just a twist of his ghetto point of view. What else can be said? What else can be said? What else can be said? It's a beautiful Wednesday. I got off on a wild tangent. I apologize, man, but I love music and I love art and I love melody and I love artists who know how to draw out the essence of art and what they present, artists who know how to pull from that truth in art, and artists who know how to bring you along for a ride and can tap into multiple senses. What do I mean by that? Again, if it's a chef, they hold things about making stuff taste good. But in making something taste good, that's one sense, your sense of taste. But you might smell the food and like, oh man, now that's two senses that's been brought in. You might look at the food and be like, yo, this plate just looks beautiful, how they plated it. That's three senses already that's two senses activated. Smell and sight before you even taste. Boom, that's a third sense activated. Boom. Now, simultaneously as you're activating taste, you're also activating touch, because you have to feel the food. It's going to have a certain texture, it's going to have a certain feel. It's smooth, it's rough, it's tough, it's squishy, it's stringy, it's cheesy, it's, you know what I mean? It's hard to chew, it's very soft, it's buttery, it's flaky, it's crunchy, it's all of these different things will start to occur. You have successfully tapped into multiple senses, several of the senses, and that multi-sensory experience is what's going to set you apart. That sensory overload, that wash of amazing experience for all the senses is what's going to keep you solid. An artist, a hip-hop artist, who in addition to selling music has amazing videos, sells dope merch, may offer people free refreshments at a show or at his album listening party. May have some hors d'oeuvres, have it catered professionally, what have you. You're providing an additional type of experience. So as I'm listening to your music, which I'm hoping is going to be a knot, I'm eating this amazing food, and scientists have already shown how if I'm eating good food, drinking good drinks, I'm having an amazing experience already on that realm. What you let me listen to is it's going to be taken more positively, and the good food and the good drinks, especially if they are in line with what you're talking about, can completely enhance the whole experience. I like shouts to Conway, how he had his recent NPR performance at this restaurant in Queens, and he started off doing the lemon squeeze track, and as he was doing lemon squeeze, of course they brought him out the fresh lemonade, and I feel like those type of visuals can really help out. It'd have been dope if he'd have been giving out, what's a nice lemon-based alcoholic beverage to the crowd when he do a crowd track with that. Nice little intimate audience where they listening to the track, just 100, 200 people in a nice venue, nice small venue, even maybe not even that many, 150 people, 125 in a big hall, everybody sitting down, getting brought drinks. That's the way you do something like that. Like the ambiance, that type of vibe is beautiful. That type of energy is amazing, and when you are activating multiple senses like that, once again, the more senses you activate, you're creating a holistic experience for people, and that's the type of stuff, to me, that stands the test of time. You're always going to have just hit songs, you're always going to have just amazing food, you're always going to have just stuff that just stands out by itself, outliers. But even if you look at those things in and of themselves, hit all the senses. Michael Jackson was one of the dopest singers of all the time. But if you gonna tell me that man wasn't, him doing the moonwalk didn't take it to another level, him having the amazing fashion, him doing him having all that choreography, him having some of the dopest videos, him having the most amazing merch that you could buy. Him doing a Thriller and making it a movie. You gonna tell me those things didn't take something that was already amazing and as polished as it could be? Because Joe Jackson made sure that boy cracked that whip. So the fact that somebody that was that polished, that potent, that talented, had what you would call these amazing rollouts on top of it, which made an amazing experience. You took something that was already beautiful and you made sure it came in a beautiful presentation. Something that you would never forget and that you would cherish and that you would go back to 30 and 40 years later. That is brilliance. That is genius. And that is what's missing from a lot of artists today. And the artists who do have it, sometimes they don't get to stick around for as long as we need them to these days. The XXXTentacion's, to me, YMW, Mellies, these people have it, the Juice WRLDs. I really feel like they were on to something much bigger than themselves, much bigger than the standard artist. And it's very unfortunate that they didn't get to make it to where we all know they could have gone. I say all that to say, this is his ghetto point of view. We bring you the news, views, previews, and reviews with just a twist of his ghetto point of view. Anchor FM is where we get it rocking. Catch the show on Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Radio Republic, Overcast, everywhere where dope podcasts to listen to, streamed, shared, liked, commented on, hated, screamed at, cursed at, met with violent vitriol, hate, or that met with love and enthusiasm and encouragement and warmth and good gooey feelings inside, man. It's all here. We in a potluck of it. And I would never have it any other way. You can't have the love without the hate. Can't have the good without the bad. Can't have the beautiful without the butt ugly. And it's all here on his ghetto point of view. We bring you the news, views, previews, and reviews. Just a twist of his ghetto point of view. I'm your host, Phantm Phuego. Welcome to those who it's your first time being here. Thank you so much for rocking and vibing with us. If you haven't done so already, please like the show. Subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Wednesdays and Sundays as we get to it like it's nothing to it, and you know how we do it. It's looking clean with it. Hey. Right, so we do this, man. We really do this. What else can I say about that? I mean, thank you so much, first and foremost, to anybody who listens to the show. Please make sure to continue to send in all your questions, comments, critiques, criticisms. His ghetto point of view at gmail.com. His ghetto point of view at gmail.com. HISGHETTO. His ghetto point, POINT of OF, view, VIEW. His ghetto point of view at gmail.com. Please continue to send in all your questions, comments, critiques. If you have a product that you would love to get in front of our audience, his ghetto point of view at gmail.com. Have a new song, new album, new movie, new app you're developing, whether it be a professional app, a gaming app, social media, networking app, video streaming app, conferencing app, because those are becoming huge right now. Whatever it is that you're presenting, promoting, we have a very diverse audience base. As you can see, please get at us. Let us present your products in front of our audience and watch your product grow. His ghetto point of view at gmail.com. His ghetto point of view at gmail.com. Artists putting out new projects. If you'd like to be interviewed on the show, get at us. His ghetto point of view at gmail.com. His ghetto point of view at gmail.com. You can also catch us on Instagram, HGPOV show, His Ghetto Point of View show, His Ghetto Point of View podcast. I'm up there, I'm out there. catch me. Much love to everybody who's been listening into the show. If you haven't done so already, please favorite the show. Make sure you hit the notifications bell, however your particular app works. Different apps have different ways that you are notified when the show is going to be coming on. But Wednesdays and Sundays, guys, are the days. Of course, we've done different specials, like we did the Kamala Pence special. So instead of Wednesday, it was Thursday. We've done some shows as opposed to Sunday, come out that early Monday. Just if there was something special that we needed to catch, that we wanted to make sure we had all the information for the people, because that's who we do the show for. So if we ain't bringing you the information, then what's the point of doing this? You know what I'm saying? So, we've had times where we've had to either do a Sunday night, a Monday morning, or a Thursday morning, or late Wednesday night into Thursday morning, or late Sunday night into Monday morning. Things of that nature have popped up. And if you're making sure to get your notifications on, if you're making sure to like the show, favorite the show, you'll get your once you have your notifications or your favorites, or you've loved the show, you've hearted the show, however you're listening to the show, once you've turned on your notifications and to get notices from the show, you'll be in the loop. And make sure to also hit me up, hisghettopointofview@gmail.com, or on my Instagram feeds. Also, you can catch me on Facebook, Twitter as well. And tell a friend. His Ghetto Point of View, Wednesdays and Sundays. We get into it like it's nothing to it. You know how we do it. It's going to be a dope show. Got a lot of nice things to talk about. Got some great guests coming on later this week. Really excited about that. Don't want to give away too much, but stick in with me. Sunday show will be amazing. May have 2 or 3 guests in the building on Sunday. Don't want to give too much away, but it's definitely going to be something to be in store for. It's definitely going to be something to stay tuned for. It's definitely going to be something to have a good vibe about. Every show to me is a great show, because I have the greatest audience in the world. You guys keep me on my toes. You guys ask great questions. You guys listen to the show. You write in comments that make sense. You share the show to your friends and your family, who all continue to support, and they didn't share it out. And I really, really appreciate the love and the support. So please continue to do so. Tell a friend. Wednesdays and Sundays, please post the show to your social media networks, whether you on your Facebook, your IG, your Snaps, TikTok with this show in the background, TikTok with the artists from this show in the background, making up your new dances to the artists like Cali, make up your new dances to that Commander Flame, to that Merce, the Big Body Benz, to that old Hanny Cornelius, make up your new dances to that Phantm Phuego, to that Roll It track, make up a Roll It dance. Oh boy, I roll it, because I got a much more complex production for that going on. And I would love to have some people involved with that. I think that'd be dope. I think that'd be great. So please continue to send the love, continue to send the positive well wishes, continue to give me the support and the encouragement to keep going. And I promise you, I keep going for y'all. I keep going strong. I keep getting to it like it's nothing to it. You know how we do it. Spitting that fire fluid. Hey, I just, once again, guys, you make me feel so honored and so humbled. I really do have the greatest audience anybody could ask for. You guys could be anywhere else in the world, but y'all decide to take some time out. So thank you so much. If I haven't said that enough times, every single show, thank you, guys, because without y'all, this show would be nothing. And you guys are really growing out the show. Y'all telling y'all friends, and people are telling me, oh, so-and-so referred me to the show. I'ma like it. I favorite this show. I passed it on to my friends. I really like when you brought on Shauna J. And she's my girl. I like when you brought on Commander Flame and had some of the girl MCs come through. And then I'll have some people be like, yeah, you brought through Laz Rivero, and you was representing for the Hispanic community, and you was representing for Hispanic comedians. You brought through Renee Fuentes. I try to be as diverse as possible, and I have so many other amazing guests that are lined up to come through. It's just a blessing. I really feel inspired. feel humbled. I feel so loved and honored and blessed that all of these amazing titans of industry, titans of their industry, take the time out of their busy days and their amazing schedules to rock with me and vibe with me. Let me pick their brains and, dig into their heads. Shout to the Reddit Eyes interview that I just did the other day. Shout to the homie Reddit Eyes. He's an amazing artist. His new album is going to be crazy. He just put out 2 projects with the Herbivores, so please check those out. Well, one is already officially out and one is coming out as this winter time continues to roll out. So shout to Reddit Eyes and the Herbivores, REDDDAZ on everything. That's REDDDAZ on every platform. Reddit Eyes, amazing artist. Definitely check him out. I love it. These diverse type of artists, these diverse type of communities, all coming together, all sharing their insights, all sharing their passions, all sharing their love, all showing you love and showing you, giving you the jewels and the steps in case you want to get to the next level in your particular career, with your craft, with your artistry, with your business, with your brand, in your investments, and with your marketing, what you're putting together. These people are coming through and they dropping gems, so make sure you keep a pen and a pad ready. Make sure you analyze and strategize and study. These interviews are up, so replay them again if you like some of the stuff you was hearing from Shona J. And she's working at Atlantic. She's got a ton of amazing people, that are in her egg dropping gems on her. But the only reason she's up there is because of her ability to be a leader of the new school and the fact that she came to the table with a bunch of gems that she could also share back with them. So shout to her and her amazing journey, and I know she's got a ton of ways to go, but it's a beautiful way to watch. Or Henny Cornelius of Superbad fame, actor, hip-hop artist, producer, having him up here talk about his acting, talking about his music, his struggles in the entertainment world, and how he's continued to rise like a phoenix through the ashes. That's been absolutely amazing. I can't say enough. Black Dot, shout to him, shout to the whole Urban X family. Yeah, man, I've been very blessed and fortunate to have so many amazing guests up here, and we've only just begun. Hey, we've only just begun. Hey, we've really only just begun, guys. The adventure's not over. Got a lot of love to give. We have only just begun. The romance is not over. Got a lot of love to give. I know I sound crazy. I know, guys. I'm just feeling good. I'm in a good mood. You know what I'm saying? Shout to ajskitchen.com. AJ's Kitchen is now home to these amazing dozens of cookies. You can check out their line from the Tomb Raised Pantry. They have a whole line of healing foods and healing topicals. They have some CBD-based foods. They just ran me over a couple dozen of the CBD-based cookies. I have to say they're amazing. Anybody that knows, I personally, have been afflicted with a lot of injuries lately, and a lot of these doctors wanted me to opioid control it, and that was just leading me to a lot of bad times, depression, anger, anxiety, constant nausea. My body don't really do well with all them heavy opioids. I was constantly having real bad bouts of nausea, especially after I would have some of the major procedures, major surgeries. Like, I would just hurl up all the different opioids they was putting in my system. So I was going through immense amounts of pain. But CBD came in and kind of knocked a lot of that out the way, cleared a lot of that out for me. Now, I am not a doctor. I do advise everybody please talk to your doctor about what's the best treatment plan for you, for your particular ailments, for your particular procedures and stuff. But I have to honestly say, guys, without 1,000%, without a shadow of a doubt, CBD works. It works very well. Your body does have a cannabinoid system from your rooter to your tutor, so your body is meant to interact with cannabis. Your body would not have a cannabinoid system if it was not meant to interact with cannabis on some particular level. Some people don't like to smoke. That's cool. They have juices. They have tinctures. They have topicals. What's a tincture? Tincture is like drops. You can just put them under your tongue with a little dropper. Boop, boop. Get immediate, fast-acting effects that way. Topicals, like some lotions, some cream, some cocoa butter, some salves. You can get all that for your joints, for your back, for your neck. I use all that stuff, man. I use lotions on my knees, my hips, my back, on my neck. And I mean, this stuff is amazing, and it really, really works, guys. It really, really works, guys. It really, really works, guys. So when I say trust and believe that this stuff is really, really here for you, trust and believe this stuff is really, really here for you, and your body's cannabinoid system will highly, highly thank you for tapping in. So, ajskitchen@gmail.com. AJSKITCHINN. ajskitchen@gmail.com. Happiness served. Order up. Proudly serving NYC area with amazing vegan dishes. And now they've got a Tomb Raised pantry where you can get all of the holistic, infused, medical-based topicals and edibles, all legal. Everything's professionally done. They deliver great service. Free delivery on all orders over $125. ajskitchen@gmail.com. ajskitchen@gmail.com. I think you can also find them on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. AJ's Kitchen, and that is Kitchen, KITCHINN. AJ's Kitchen @gmail.com. Happiness served. Order up. Yeah, man. I mean, so definitely shouts to all the amazing artists, producers, business people that have come through to the show so far, entrepreneurs, producers, serial investors, and like I said, it's only just beginning. I have some amazing relationship therapists that are going to come through, some amazing holistic dietitians, holistic medicine people. Like I got a ton of different episodes with various topics that are in the pipe. And as you guys keep expressing to me the different things you want to hear on the show, the different ideas you want to talk about, the different type of people you'd like to hear me pick their brain and give them my perspective and them give me theirs back, and the people you'd like to hear me build with and drop jewels with, and tell me, please, his ghetto point of view @gmail.com. His ghetto point of view @gmail.com. This is y'all's show. Y'all let me know, and that's the way we gonna take it, man. Y'all let me know, and that's the way we gonna vibe it. Y'all let me know, and that's how we gonna get to it. Cause I'm here to, I'm here as a conduit for the people. I'm building this platform so that the people can rock, so that the people can hear from voices that they may not necessarily normally get to hear from in their normal circles. I'm building this platform for us. This is a way for us to share and get information out and hear from some different sources that the mainstream might not always give an ear, give a moment, give a chance to really express themselves. That's what this platform's about. Shout to Damo So Crazy, an amazing artist, amazing DJ, amazing curator, producer, event planner himself. And make sure you check out his record, Bronson on Bronson. Make sure you check out his whole new project, Kool-Aid and Pizza. There's another dope single off that project. Really love his wave. I love what he's doing. Self-Medicate's another dope record he's got out right now. The brother's doing a lot of great things. And yeah, man, I just feel so blessed and honored to be a part of such an amazing community. I just feel so blessed and honored to be a part of such an amazing community. But yeah, I'm gonna take a quick break real quick. And we're going to jump back into the music. I'm sorry, we're going to jump back into the next topics. My Spotify listeners, of course, you'll get some music breaks in the interim. But I do have some other plans for my other listeners. So please bear with me as things continue to roll out. You guys are amazing. You guys are super solid. Yeah. And we'll be right back. 1 sec. Shit. Yeah, man. So we're back, guys. It's definitely been a very interesting week. Shout out to anybody who started watching La Revolucion or The Barrier. Those are two amazing films. Television shows that I've been really getting into lately. And I can't say enough good things about them. So definitely check out La Revolucion, 1787 France, and The Barrier, which is more of a futuristic, dystopian type of show. Those are both definitely great shows. And Trump news, in addition to 50 Cent backing Trump for the tax breaks, and of course, Ice Cube being in trouble for supporting the Blueprint for Black Power, for composing the Blueprint, the contract with Black America, and asking for a sit down with both parties, and the Republican Party offering to at least look over the things, negotiate with him, and then make some addendums or some amendments or some adjustments to their plan after the conversation with him. Then you have people like, now it comes out that Lil Pump, famous for his Gucci Gang song, and then of course the song that he had with Kanye West, which name we will not say right now, because you know it if you know Lil Pump and his career. He is actually outright endorsing Donald Trump as well, which hasn't caused as much of a stir, because while he is a hip-hop artist, he's not seen as a leader or trendsetter in the community right now. So kind of didn't pick up as much energy. He didn't get as much vitriol or backlash. So that was interesting. Joe Biden's business, Hunter Biden's former business partner, in a press conference recently confirmed that Joe Biden may have actually had some awareness of the business dealings they were doing. And he recently did a huge press conference where he divulged a bunch of things and was even allegedly invited as Trump's guest of honor to Trump's town hall, and additionally when Trump and Biden did the second debate, Trump invited him to be a guest of honor at the debate. So that's very interesting. So his business partner is confirming that Joe Biden had to be aware. Also, the National Defense, NDS, the head of our National Security Department, on a recent Fox News interview, confirmed that there was no information linking the alleged laptop to any Russia hacking or Russia disinformation initiatives, and also allegedly the FBI now has had the laptop in question turned over to them by Giuliani's attorneys. So this story is only getting bigger and more interesting. The Facebook, Twitter, and Google were all actually in front of the Senate doing hearings today about their role and their bias or non-bias, depending on how people look at it, role and what's going on with the elections, and pretty much how they have the power to completely change the narrative of things and how people can learn about things based on whether if they deem them appropriate or not. So it's been very interesting, and I think things are only getting more interesting. A very blatant question was asked of Mark Zuckerberg if Trump put out the call for people to arm themselves on election day. Would you guys allow that message to get out? And they made it very clear that they would not. So these things are only getting more interesting as the days go by. Things are only getting more interesting as the days go by. Shouts to Sean Kemp, the Rain Man, is opening up one of the first dispensaries out there in the Seattle area. Definitely shouts to Sean Kemp. Shouts to the cannabis culture. Shouts to Sean Kemp putting his stamp in the cannabis culture. I think that's an amazing thing, and I'm looking forward to seeing good things happen in that space from that guy. PayPal, Venmo, Google Pay, and others are now all accepting cryptocurrencies, particularly Bitcoin, for payments and for transaction processing. That's a huge move. A lot of people have felt that Bitcoin, was going to be a fad, here today, gone tomorrow. And now you have all of these major banking institutions talking about Bitcoin, talking about cryptocurrencies, and talking about how they're galvanizing themselves to be crypto ready, and all of this coming on the heels of the legislation that was passed by White House and Senate and Congress. Senate is Congress, by Senate, and by the Congress, I should say, earlier this year, where they called for more regulation of crypto coins, regulation of Bitcoin, regulation of cryptocurrencies, also on your upcoming tax statements, your upcoming, as you process your state and federal taxes in the future, there will be places for cryptocurrencies. So this is all looking like we are very much heading into a society which will be very reliant on cryptocurrency, and some would argue cryptocurrencies will become our new form of, or one of our new widely accepted forms of doing commerce and doing financial exchanges in other parts of the world, in Africa and China, other European and Asian countries. They're already full swaths of the population which are doing crypto-based purchases in their local communities and abroad. And it looks amazing. Of course they want to work the bugs out, work the security out, make sure nobody can hack the system, make sure people can't just siphon people's accounts, siphon people's funds, because once everything goes completely digital, or digital to that degree, it's going to be very, very hard. They need to put all this regulation in place and make sure all these laws are passed and all the software has been tested 100 gazillion times on these smaller populations and smaller groups and smaller amounts of transactions, because once it gets full mainstream to larger countries, to hundreds of millions or billions of people using it simultaneously across the world, different coins for different transactions. The point of the blockchain is to be able to deregulate and to be able to have transparency and deregulation. But then simultaneously now they're fighting for more regulation. And I hope while they will probably regulate more, it will remain transparent, and it will remain it will not become centralized. The decentralization of Bitchain and of cryptocurrencies, blockchain is really dope. I don't know if we need a centralized model returning and coming in over the top of cryptocurrencies. That's just my take on it. People could tell me I'm crazy. Just my take. Just my take on it. Just my take on it. NYPD officer been suspended after ranting Trump 2020 after screaming at the top of his lungs in his police cruiser why people need to vote for Trump in 2020. This happened in the Flatbush area of Brooklyn, caused an uproar. Some people started arguing with the police allegedly, and the police officer was suspended without pay indefinitely. The mayor's office got into it, said that this is a very, very serious issue because while you're on duty, you're at least supposed to appear impartial. Of course, everybody has their biases, everybody has the way they lean, but while you're at work, while you're on duty, you're supposed to let people know, whether they are red or blue or green or indifferent, that they will have your support as an officer of the law who gets paid tax money from Democrats, Republicans, Green Party, Tea Party, liberals, conservatives, and everybody in between, all pay taxes into the system, which affords these officers the ability to drive around in those cars and carry those firearms and most importantly, those badges, which show that they are licensed people to uphold and enforce the laws of this land. And we hope you would do that without showing a political leaning, so people know that they can rely on you at all times. So that the mayors made it very clear that this should not be tolerated, and that anyone would caught doing so will be punished severely. So the officer wasn't available for comment, and his name was not released immediately, but I'm sure there will be more on this. Very interesting times. Unfortunately, well, before I even get into that, let me get into some other news. And some other news, Mitch McConnell has suspended the Senate until November 9th. They've gone off on break, leaving very little hope of any type of stimulus plan now being finalized before the election. The Senate adjourns until after the election without making any plans for this stuff. And an article by Tyler Sonamaker of BusinessInsider.com. Shouts to Tyler Sonamaker. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has adjourned the Senate until November 9th. This move ends the prospect of an additional coronavirus stimulus deal being reached before Election Day. Democrats and Republicans have been at odds over the terms of a deal. The Senate and Democrats last week blocking with Senate Democrats blocking a quote-unquote skinny $500 billion bill re-proposed by the Republicans, which was a previous bill that I know they had proposed. But there have also been previous bills that I saw that, I know that the House Democrats have passed up to $2.2 trillion or $3 trillion bills, and the Senate, the Republican, the mainly Republican Senate, has went up to 1.2 in funding that they would allow and have passed and authorized. So unfortunately, they're very far apart right now. The two parties also battled over the process leading up to Judge Amy Coney Barrett's confirmation to the Supreme Court, which was the Senate's last major order of business on Monday before adjourning. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell on Monday mentioned the motion for the Senate to adjourn until November 9th. The move shuts down the Senate from doing any legislative business, including reaching a deal on additional coronavirus aid, until after voters have cast their ballots. And it comes on the heels of Monday's 52-48 vote to confirm Judge Amy Coney Barrett to the U.S. Supreme Court. David Pop, a representative for McConnell, told Business Insider that there was nothing to add to what he described as McConnell's extensive remarks on the continued Democratic filibuster on COVID-19 relief in the Senate. Alex Nguyen, a representative for Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, referred Business Insider to a Saturday statement accusing Republicans of sidelining coronavirus talks while pushing forward with Barrett's confirmation process ahead of the election. Today, we're going to give the Republican majority in the Senate the opportunity to consider critical legislation that has so far languished in Leader McConnell's legislative graveyard, Schumer said in a statement, adding, "We should be doing that, not rushing through this nomination while people are voting and want their choice listened to, not the Republican Senate choice." Republicans and Democrats have increasingly sparred as the election approaches, particularly over the additional federal coronavirus relief and Barrett's nomination. This past Friday, Democrats used a variety of procedural tactics in a last-ditch effort to stall Barrett's confirmation, and the two parties have extensionally rehashed talking points and arguments that have built up from decades of Supreme Court battles. "You will never get your credibility back," Schumer told Republicans in a speech on the Senate floor on Monday, warning the GOP that it had no right to tell Democrats how to run Congress next time Democrats were in power. On coronavirus aid, the two parties have been unable to find enough common ground to reach a deal, with Republicans nixing proposals they describe as too expensive. McConnell effectively torpedoes a stimulus bill of $1.8 trillion to $2.2 trillion earlier this month that Democrats had been negotiating with the White House. Republicans had instead insisted that a skinny bill of $500 billion would be enough, but their proposal omitted aid to states as well as $1,200 direct payments to taxpayers, both key Democratic priorities, and the Democrats ultimately tanked the measure last week. This is not going anywhere. This issue's not going anywhere anytime soon, and I hope they figure this out, because most people do need relief out here. Jobs are rough, things are tight, and I'm not sure how they plan on this working out as things continue to progress as the year rolls out. NASA set to announce that the exciting new discoveries about the moon, according to an article in the New York Post, they found more water on the moon than they initially thought they had. NASA says there's more water than previously thought on the moon. An article by Kate Sheehy from the 26th, 2020, 3:01 p.m. was the last update, so it was a very recent article. NASA scientists have found more water on the moon than previously thought, a crucial discovery that could help greatly fuel a deep space exploration. The agency revealed Monday the water, which was discovered for the first time in areas outside the moon's sunless frigid poles, is possibly trapped in glass beads the size of a pencil tip in the soil, scientists said at a press conference. This discovery that water might be distributed across the lunar surface and not limited to ice at the poles, as the space agency thought, raises the possibility that it could be accessible as a human resource, says Paul Hertz, NASA's astrophysics director. Enough water was detected in a cubic meter of sunlit soil to fill a 12-ounce bottle, said Casey Hannibal of NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland. She said the water may have come from a combination of hydrogen molecules in solar rings mixed with oxygen in the moon's powdery soil. We think the water is trapped in these glass beads, which protects and preserves it. The stunning discovery was made by a Boeing 747 SP jet turned space laboratory known as SOFIA, the Stratospheric Observatory for Infrared Astronomy. Hi, Sophia. Sound cute. Looking good. See you, 747. Hey. The Boeing, the data collecting spacecraft typically tracks stars, but its operators decided to use it to examine the moon starting in 2018. Very nice. It's incredible that this discovery came out of what was essentially a test. And now we know we can do this, and we're planning more flights to do more observations. Sophia scientist Nassim Rangwala said in a statement. A scientist said at a NASA press conference in 2009 there was possibly enough water on the moon to support bases there so man could eventually planet hop around the galaxy. Things is turning up, y'all. The idea that extraterrestrial water could be used for everything from drinking to the extraction of oxygen from it for astronauts to breathe, as well as the manufacture of rocket fuel. Whew! In 2018, the agency said there was definitely water, possibly ancient in the form of ice around the moon's poles. Scientists determined the water was ice from the way it reflected light. They said it formed in shadow craters where the temperatures don't go above minus 250 degrees, since sunlight never reaches them given the slight tilt of the moon's axis. NASA scientists then became aware of the potentially watery deposits in the moon's sunlit areas, but didn't know whether they were water or something more akin to drain cleaner. The hell would there be drain cleaner on the moon? Okay, officials said Monday scientists still have to determine what form the newly discovered water is in, how much of it exists, and whether it can be extracted, the agency says. This is the core part of the question we really need to understand about the water that's present, said Jacob Bleacher, head of the Human Exploration and Operations Missions Directorate at NASA. Now he sounds very important. Human Exploration and Operations Mission Directorate. HEOMD. So he's head of the HEOMD. I'm sorry. HEOMD. I couldn't get his brother a better title than this. Human Exploration and Operations Mission Director. HEOMD. HEOMD. I guess that's probably how they would say it, right? Oh, he's head of HEOMD. NASA. We need to understand what form it is in, how much of it is there, how much of it there is. It's far easier to travel when you don't have to carry everything with you for the entire trip. Facts. Bleacher said in a nod how crucial outer space water supplies would be to widespread planetary travel. Wow, this is a very interesting article. Shouts to the New York Post. Shouts to Kate Sheehy or Shehi. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Great October 26 read. Yeah, man, that's very interesting. If there is more water on the moon and it can be used for extraction, it can be used for, interplanetary travel. I mean, we clearly did see Trump start the space wars, the space initiative, the Star Wars initiative, the Star Trek portion, the Space Wars portion of our military, and give them the Trekkies logo for their flag. So things are getting interesting. Things are getting complex. Things are looking up. In NBA news, the NBA season is allegedly reported to start around December 22nd. They're eyeing a 72-game season with preseason alleged to start at the beginning of December and some non-mandatory practices already underway. A lot of teams just stayed in the bubble and continued to practice while some went home. Non-mandatory practices have been going on for weeks because they're expected to get right back to it and have a fast turnaround, while mandatory practices have not started just yet. Rockets picked their new head coach, Steven Silas. Paul Silas' son is expected to be the new head coach of the Houston Rockets. Daryl Morey is heading to the 76ers to be their GM. The players want a January 18th start date, but that doesn't look like that will be happening. The Utah Jazz were sold for $1.6 billion. That seems like a huge undersell with the fact that they have superstars like Donovan Mitchell on the team. That seems like that was very low. That seems like a very... I don't know. I don't see that one making any sense. The players are looking to start on January 18th, though, so they can get a Martin Luther King Day start date to the season, which kind of makes sense. I can see that, but I know that a lot of people are talking about 12/22 will be the start date for the new season. Some of the senior veteran players are saying that date is possibly too close for what they want to do, and they will not play the first month of the season if the season is starting that early with that much of a small turnaround. So that will be very interesting. His Ghetto Point of View, bringing you the news, views, previews, and reviews. Just a twist of his Ghetto Point of View. Yeah, man, it's what a time to be alive. And Lil Baby, in other news, loses the Album of the Year trophy to Megan Thee Stallion at the B.E.T Hip Hop Awards, and fans are absolutely pissed. And I will have to say, Lil Baby had an amazing year. Lil Baby had an insane year from, just the normal singles he's doing, Emotionally Scarred. He turned and flipped and showed that he could do politically charged records and show what was going on with the times with a Bigger Picture record. He's had huge features. I don't know who had a bigger year in hip hop than Lil Baby, to be honest with you. And a lot of fans feel he was robbed, and I have to honestly say I kind of agree. This article is by Aaliyah Woods. Shout out to Double XL. Shout out to Aaliyah Woods. People on social media are sounding off on Megan Thee Stallions taking home the Hip Hop Artist of the Year award instead of Lil Baby at the 2020 B.E.T Hip Hop Awards. On Tuesday night, October 22nd, the B.E.T Hip Hop Awards crowned Megan with the nod over Lil Baby. However, many rap fans feel that Baby was robbed, as he had a pretty successful year this far. The Atlanta rhymer earned 13 platinum and 16 gold RIAA certifieds. What? 13 platinum singles in one. The man sold 13 million records? Well, no, okay. Well, if these are not all American-based RIAA plaques, then, those could be plaques from other places. But 13 platinum and 16 gold RIAA certified singles. But if this is Recording Institute of America certifications, yeah, it does that. Come on. 2 of his albums, Harder Than Ever and My Turn, went platinum, while Street Gossip and Too Hard went gold, which was pointed out by fans on Twitter too. 2 of the man's albums this year went platinum. Wow. One person tweeted, Lil Baby, 14 songs with gold this year without him being featured. 10 songs went platinum without him being featured. 2 albums went platinum. 1 went double platinum. 2 albums went gold. Megan, 2 songs went platinum without her being featured. 1 song went gold without her being featured. you got a lot of fans are very much up in. This definitely seems like a politically motivated. This definitely seems a little politically motivated. We know that Megan is definitely having an amazing year as far as her activism and her speech is concerned, and her being given the Time magazine cover, her going through that unfortunate incident, with in the shooting, which is still up in the air, and we wish her nothing but health and success and wellness. But it does seem a little odd that somebody who could have 14 platinum plaques, 2 albums go platinum, 10 singles, I mean that's a lot. 16. Let me just read this off again exactly. Lil Baby, 14 songs went gold this year without him being featured. 10 songs went platinum without him being featured. 2 albums went platinum. 1 went double platinum, and 2 albums went gold. That's a great. Megan, 2 songs with platinum, 1 song with gold. We got other artists saying, other fans saying, how does Megan Thee Stallion win Hip Hop Artist of the Year ahead of Lil Baby? Megan celebrated Hip Hop Artist of the Year award via Instagram. Hip Hop Artist of the Year, Hustler of the Year, Best Collaborations, Let's Go, Hotties, Real MF, Girl-ish, Thank You at B.E.T, she wrote in the caption. Drake, The Baby, Future, and Roddy Ricch were also nominated in the category. How did she beat Drake, The Baby, Future, and Roddy Ricch? Megan is having an amazing year. This doesn't seem authentic though, based on the work that Lil Baby has put out. Megan also took home awards for Best Collaboration for the Savage remix featuring Beyonce, and Hustler of the Year. Lil Baby walked away with the Impact track nod for his anthemic The Bigger Picture, which was released amid the nationwide protests for George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and countless others who have died at the hands of police brutality this year. Nonetheless, Megan has had a great year in music as well. She received her first #1 Billboard Hot 100 with the Savage remix featuring Beyonce. The Houston native also teamed up with Cardi B for the infamous WAP track, which marked her second #1 charting record. Not only did WAP earn 93 million U.S. streams in its first week, the track was the first female rap collaboration in history to debut at the top spot in the Hot 100. Despite the noticeable social media chatter, neither Megan nor Baby have spoken on the public opinion surrounding B.E.T Hip Hop Award decision for Hip Hop Artist of the Year. However, more reactions to the news can be found below. Find out what the fans think about B.E.T Hip Hop Award decision. One fan said Lil Baby was robbed. Somebody said Lil Baby and The Baby. Sorry, Meg deserves it. When will you learn these women are dope? OMG, these dumb MFs. But they're not the ones that said it. We all know Lil Baby should be one of the Hip Hop Artists of the Year, not Thee Stallions. Well, they both technically were nominated, so they're both one of them. So, if I'm reading this person's comment right, Lana and Tyler. How Megan Thee Stallion win Artist of the Year over Lil Baby and Roddy Ricch. Emojis. Yeah. How the F Megan Thee Stallion get Artist of the Year and not Lil Baby. Yeah, that's a lot of these. Some people saying that didn't he go 2 times platinum in the same year? everybody was like, I love Meg, but Artist of the Year when Lil Baby and Roddy dropped one of the best hip-hop albums this year. All others are well-deserved. Yeah, I mean, you're pretty much seeing a lot of that similar vein in a lot of these comments. And I mean, I can't say they're necessarily wrong for that. The man literally drops 2 separate albums, both go platinum. The man drops, to go 10 times platinum, to go platinum off of at least 10 times. Some people are arguing up to 14 times. He's 13, according to the XXL article, 13 platinum and 16 gold RIA certifications this single year. That's 2 of his albums, Harder Than Ever and My Turn, both went platinum. His Street Gossip and Too Hard went gold. The man put out an insane amount of work in 1 year. We don't know how much of this, how will you be able to do better than what you did in this 1 year, to have an artist who arguably may not have put out as much work as you, take the spotlight from such a hard year of work. I can understand why that's something that could be argued was kind of messed up. But you know what? At the end of the day, if you're a true artist, you know what I'm saying? We've been knowing that these award shows can kind of go any way, and we can't put our faith in these award shows because, they'll do you dirty. They will do you dirty. They'll make you mad. And if you put your faith in these award shows will have you out here in the streets going crazy, losing your mind, doubting your confidence, doubting your swag, doubting your abilities, and it's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it as an artist to doubt yourself to that regard. So yeah, shouts to everybody who took home awards from the B.E.T Hip Hop Awards. Congrats to Megan Thee Stallions, congrats to Lil Baby, congrats to Lil Baby, congrats to Drake, congrats to Future, congrats to all the nominees, congrats to all the people who took awards home. It was a dope night. I'm gonna reserve my comments on the Walter Wallace situation. I'm just a little tired of talking about black men being gunned down right now. Right now, my city is full of rioting. Stuff is being burned down. Places are being looted. Things are being broken into. Over 30 police officers were allegedly hurt trying to calm and quell the riots. Dozens and dozens of people were arrested and detained. I wish for there to be calm on both sides and peace on both sides. I wish for everybody to get home safe to their families and their loved ones on both sides. I really do. I'm tired. I'm tired of the death. I'm tired of the loss of life. I'm tired of the violence and the fighting. And the sad part of it is I don't see it calming down anytime soon. I unfortunately predict it to get more tense as the election gets closer. We're only a few days out from the election. You got people voting. You got violence and protest and rioting in the streets. This is literally a time like no other in history. R.I.P. R.I.P. to Walter Wallace. And I wish his family nothing but peace and calm and serenity and love in these what can be insanely trying times. I don't know what to say that sounds good enough. That'll fill the void losing someone so young, not even 30 years old, can do for a family. The future promise that young man carried for his family's legacy is now gone. So I don't know what to say to make that sound good or feel nice. And I don't think there is anything to say that can make that sound good. But I'm going to let a few more of the facts come out. I'm going to see what else goes on with this week as far as riots and protests. I'm gonna put all my ducks in a row and really see the situation. But Philly is on fire. New York City's on fire. Washington's on fire. Portland's been on fire all year. Atlanta is going crazy. It's just turning up right now. Be safe, guys. Keep your family safe. Keep your loved ones safe. Keep your family close. Keep your loved ones close. Let people know you love them. Let people know how much they mean to you. Let people know that no matter whether they was there for you or not, no matter if they've wronged you in the past or not, you know, I love you. I love you. We good. Whatever that was, man. Let's put that bitch to the back burner. If you ain't murder my kids, you ain't rape my little baby girl, you ain't burn my family's house down, you ain't rob my mom's. If it ain't nothing big or major like that where I lost a life of a family member, or I lost a loved one, or you did much harm to a loved one that needs to be remedied, if it's small things, guys, let's let them go. Let's try to get back to healing and love and power and grace and unity and building, because it's time to build, family. And we are the builders. We here for this. We destined for this. We here for greatness. We here for glory. We here for power. And our power is greater when we all together. We magnify each other's brilliance. We cover up each other's weaknesses. We cover up each other's frailties and each other's weaknesses. We are mighty together. We are mighty as a fist. That fist is mighty. It's a Hulk smash. We Hulk smash through things together, family. Love all y'all. I appreciate it. hisghettopointofview@gmail.com. hisghettopointofview@gmail.com. I'm about to get out of here. See you guys on Sunday. I've got some amazing guests coming through to the building. It's going to be a dope vibe. It's your boy Phantm Phuego, bringing you the news, views, previews, and reviews. Just a twist of his ghetto point of view. Y'all have a great night. See you Sunday. Shit.